This is Henrietta, and she is a European eagle owl. If you're familiar to the channel, you'll know we've had her a long time. In fact, she's now 22 years old. In fact, in a few months' time, she'll be 23 years old at the time of this recording. Now, in the wild, they will almost never live that long because of the risks of dangers in the wild. As they get older and slower, more likely to not be able to avoid danger and things like that. But of course, an eagle owl here is an apex predator. They don't really have their own predators to attack them to worry about. However, the reason I made this video is to point something out. If you look at her legs here, you'll notice she has got nothing on, no furniture, the fancy name we use for equipment, other than an identity ring there, which she has to have on by law. And yet I'm flying her free. Now, when it comes to flying birds of prey free, I advocate all the time that you should always have a tracker on, a transmitter, some sort of telemetry device. And on a falcon or a hawk, you can put this on a tail mount or on a back mount, but as you can see, there's nothing here. And of course, you wouldn't put a back mount on an eagle owl. It only works on a small raptor or large raptor, doesn't work on an owl as such. So if you're looking at this bird and thinking, hang a minute, she's flying without any equipment on, you're quite right. And the reason is because of her age. Henrietta here hasn't been in a tree for over 18 months. At this age, she just hasn't got that sort of ability. I don't think she's got arthritis or anything like that, but she is taking it a lot easier now in life, doesn't really fly much higher than one of these sort of 5.5 foot tall perches, and of course in the aviary jumping about. So there's very little risk of me losing her. In fact, the risk is so low that I'm confident not to have anything on her legs anymore. Now, there's nothing wrong with having anklets and flying dresses on a bird of prey, but really, if we can avoid it, if we don't need to do it, then we won't. It's less fiddling about, less to worry about on her legs there, and we can just let her be completely free. So we still have her in flying shows, and we also take her to a lot of the private bookings as well, school visits, care homes, that kind of thing. And she is fantastic indoors. She just walks around, but also outdoors we can do walking around and a bit of flying with her as well. And this is the great thing about having an owl like Henrietta here, that we know we can get lots of activity out of her without having to worry about her flying off into a tree and not coming down for hours or disappearing into the wilderness. Please do comment with any questions you have and let me know your threshold for perhaps having a transmitter on or not having a transmitter on. But I certainly feel very confident that Henrietta here is a very secure bird for us, who we can actually trust maybe a little bit more than we could some of our younger birds.